Hello and welcome to another Solana tutorial. Today we're gonna learn how to publish xNFTs because we have not done that in the video about xNFTs, and without publishing, what's the use of your xNFT if nobody can use it? None. There's no use if nobody uses it. So today we want to learn how to do that. Do I know how to do that? No, I don't yet, but I'm gonna learn it. We are gonna learn it. And before we can, publish an xNFT, it would be good if we were to develop an xNFT that is actually interesting, so that, it's not just a random donation to my address, which is a fair first xNFT. But I was thinking I should do something more proper if I actually publish it. So I started working on something, and the idea is that you get to mint yourself a cNFT, because I love to mint cNFTs. And I usually do this with Solana Pay. But hey, for some people, if they're on desktop, Solana Pay is not ideal. They have their computer and their wallet, but they don't want to get their phone and scan a QR code. So if I had an xNFT, I could just point them to Backpack and let them click a button there. So the idea is something like you just open this xNFT, and then you are displayed the cNFT that you get to mint, and then you click mint and you got it. That's the workflow that I imagine. Let's see if it can actually connect. My computer is just a little overwhelmed. I'm gonna hide a little bit down here. There we go. But, let's make it smaller. That's my backpack. Remember this site? This was my first xNFT trial, where if you click here, then you send a random donation, and we can leave that in there, but I want something more useful, like this mint page. It queries from my distribution service which one is the most recent cNFT to mint, and here for the month of June I have this nice pride monkey generated with Midjourney, because that's just a fun tool such that even idiots like me can be creative. And then I want, when you hit mint, that you actually mint this. But that ain't working, because I didn't properly implement it yet. That's where I am right now. So we're gonna learn something about Solana Pay client-side stuff today, and then mainly about publishing xNFTs. At least that's the goal. So let's see why this doesn't work. Failed to fetch, no transaction found, could not get transaction. Okay, I get the correct mint URL. I hit mint. Has been blocked. The course stuff again. Access control, allow origin. Guess I need to fix my minting service again. Let's support course. Of course we do. But I still get the course something. It's a very unstable xNFT in any case. And that's my problem with xNFTs. It's mainly front-end development, and I really don't enjoy front-end development. I really don't. That statement almost got me fired, and then I quit anyway. So this fetching of data works. The fetching of the image and the URL and that stuff works. But then if I hit mint, now it tells me no pub key. What the hell? Wait, there's a hook. Use pub keys. Invalid hook call. I don't know how to react. Haha! Get it? Because React, I don't know the framework. I just don't know how to react. Maybe I can use it with such an effect. No idea what I'm doing. We'll just try. I tell you, it's gonna be way more work to get this xNFT to work than to actually publish it. But hey, wanna get this to work, yo! Oh, it's breaking. Great. Then again, the cross origin. I want my pride monkey, yo! I mean, Backpack doesn't display cNFTs yet, so I mean, it's probably not the best application, to be honest. But eventually they will. They're working on it. No access control, allow origin header is present on the response. Is that true though? I did set it. There I get response headers. What? So it's really my application that doesn't respond with the response headers. Why not? Yeah, I didn't expect that I have to, play around with like that stuff so much. Double course, screw course, course back, allow course, log headers. I mean, what the hell? I wanted to work with like Solana Pay, but now I'm working with HTTP headers. Welcome to the life of a dev. But I'm not gonna go into detail here because that's not the topic of this video. Also, I don't know anything about that. That's my problem right now. If this was about Solana, it would be easier because I'm more skilled there. Anyway, let's see what our headers are. But why is it fetching options? Okay, I'll allow options. Fine. I don't know much about HTTP or course more. It's more the course. I mean, I could stop recording at this point. It's really pointless. And literally just as I said that, it works. Because now I get the post request. After I'm responding to options, I get the post request. Hold on. Oh yeah, well, that looks way better. That was it? That was it? What? What? It now seems to work. That was it. It just took me 2 hours to get that cross-origin policy thingy to work. Can you stop making my screen white? Thank you. But now, the Solana part is actually super simple. And there we go. I can mint myself a cNFT, which I will not see in my wallet, in Backpack, but I'll have it. Because really, I mean, what I'm doing here is relatively simple. I literally just fetch the link that my API gives me, which is the Solana Pay link. So I make 2 requests to my API. The first request is here, where I just fetch this URL, the current, and that will then give me the info for this NFT with title, image, and URL, so I can display it properly. And then the URL I follow in Solana Pay style. Here, I follow this. I get the transaction back. And then if we have a transaction, I just load that from the raw transaction. So this is just base 64 encoded. See, now I'm going through it like quickly. Usually I would make a video where I, build that at the same time. But today we're not focusing on the Solana Pay stuff. I just want to go through it quickly such that you see what's happening here. Because that's what happens on client side, right? That's what the wallets need to implement. And I implement it indirectly in Backpack. I do it manually. Pretty sure they also support it somehow, but I do it manually anyway. So I build a transaction from that. And then essentially here I just do a check that there are no other signatures missing except for my own. And then I return that transaction. Here, all I do is I send the transaction with the xNFT Solana send wrapper that Backpack provides. And that's it. That's all the xNFT does. It's just an implementation of the Solana Pay protocol without having to scan the QR code, but going through the link directly, which you totally want to use if you want to automatically mint my cNFTs, which you shouldn't because they're free and I don't limit them. Anyway, so that's working. That's great. Finally, after a bunch of time, we can go to the interesting part, which is how do we now publish this amazing xNFT, which is not broken at all. Let's go to xnft.gg and have a look, because here it gives me a Backpack connect. Oh, there we go. I'm already connected. Perfect. And now I can say publish new xNFT. So let's go to learn more, because what we gotta do here is upload a manifest.zip, and I have no idea what goes in there. So it's a framework, yes. Oh man, are you telling, wait, deployment? Is that another to do? No, but here at least I see a section for the manifest. So there are 2 types apparently, apps and collectibles. Because yes, there's this app part, right? So like this one is those applications. And then you can also have like your NFTs as xNFTs, or the NFTs use an xNFT. Not really sure how it is. But anyway, that they themselves, the collectibles, are the xNFTs. Or you just have the one xNFT for the application. Each deployment bundle should contain an xNFT.json file at the root level of the zip, which contains the important information for describing, defining properties, and account linking for the xNFT being published. Okay, and there's a bunch of data that we need to provide. And then for collectibles, most of the properties that are configured at an app xNFT are removed for the configuration file for collectible and are inherited from the metadata of the associated collectible asset. I see. So if it's already an NFT, then they take their image and their whatever from the NFT and not from this manifest. But since I don't have a collection, let's start with the app part. I'm gonna create it with, because I want the types. Then I can build myself the JSON with that type, because then I can just be like, give me all the things. Like kind, it will already suggest what it's gonna be. It's gonna be app. Okay, next. And then I'll just export it. So storage, Arweave, AWS, backend for storing published content. I'm gonna take IPFS because that's free. And also can't be bothered to get Arweave tokens or set up an AWS account. I'm not so web 2. Name, version, description. Andy's description. Collectibles version. I have no idea what the semantics are. Maybe we run into troubles. Long description. Nah, optional. Everything that's optional I'll leave out. Website. Oh, that's not even optional. So you shall get https://youtube.com/solandy. Next. Install authority. Install vault. I don't know what those are. I'm just gonna leave them out for now. Number of installations to allow. Unset or undefined as infinite. Okay, so we leave that undefined. The price to 0 though. I can put a tag to NFTs, royalties percentage. We don't need that because we don't have a price anyway. Program IDs, list of program public keys that I used. Am I using a program? I'm not using a program, so I don't need that. Generic field for entering a method of contact. Email, why not? Entry points. Relative path to the platform's code entry point. So I still don't know where I host the xNFT. Apparently, I guess I need to deploy this thing that I have here somewhere online and then put that there as the entry point. Similar to what I do with my cNFT minting service. I deployed that on Verso. Yeah, so I guess next step is to publish this thing. So git push. How do I deploy it somewhere? Or we check if we can do it with... Can we import that? Oh no, that doesn't look good. Failed to pass source map. Failed to parse, failed to pass. That's the same thing as the other thing gives me, but here it doesn't seem to complain so much. Compiled with warnings. Oh, here I already have a sample xNFT JSON. Oh, just this? Just a relative path? I don't even need... Wait. But then... Hold on. You were saying that I could just do it like this. And then I put the web build into the zip file. Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense. Then I don't need to publish it at all myself. Haha, okay, let's do that. Yes, it's all a bit, it's a learning process. Yes, I'm making it a bit complicated for myself here. I could just export that as JSON, but whatever. I wanted to have the types. So entry point, your what? My default entry point for web is this. All right, then it's still not happy because the one thing that I still need is an icon. Okay, icon, you get a middle thingy, and this also just puts asset, no wait, assets icon PNG. I'm gonna do the same, and I'm gonna check my, yeah, I want something different here, obviously. Yeah, why not? Let's also put a screenshot YOLO. And then I also need to put the assets into the zip file. I can do that. So those are just relative paths. That's fine. Require fs to write some stuff real quick. Well, let's call it xNFT.json. Let's overwrite the other file. Who cares? YOLO. Bye-bye, other file. I don't need you anymore. And what we're going to write, stringified JSON data. Boom. Let's go. Wow, is my computer slow. I can't even open another terminal. All right. And all of a sudden, if I click here, or I could have formatted that better, or I do this. There we go. Then I have the same thing, but now with my values. And I can be sure that the types are correct because I went through this typed app build JSON. Just another layer of security, so I don't have a typo in any of those fields. Good. Now just need a screenshot. Where would I get an icon from? Should we take the same one that we have on Tensor? But I also have no better idea. Why do people make bids on this collection? I don't get it. You can mint one for free and then sell against this one. And voila, you made 20 cents. Congratulations. Could stop recording while that's building so that it's faster. Done. And then you earn start. So what? Okay. So the contact needs to be something different. Oh, that's just one of many errors. Second error, invalid semantic version. Okay, so my version needs to be different and unrecognized keys storage. It's not so easy to get that thing correct. So number one, the version, which is probably the easiest to fix. Let's just do 0.1.1. Maybe that's semantically correct then. Then contact you tell here it tells me it's a string, and the parsing thing tells me it's gotta be an object and it's compulsory. Can somebody explain that? You know what, I'm gonna manually update this because if I change it there, then obviously the type will be wrong again, so I'm gonna manually update it here. My contact fine will be an object. I don't know what you want. Email? You want it like that? I don't know. I don't know what you want as contact. Invalid type, expected string, received undefined. Do you want to just, mess with me? And then it also doesn't like email. But the version is okay now. That's the issues and that's the errors. Unrecognized keys storage. Unrecognized keys in object storage. Oh, and the object is the whole thing. So you just don't like storage. Should I just remove those keys? Remove contact as well, maybe that helps. What do you say if there are no keys storage and contact? Do you then complain as well? Received undefined. Message required. You're not happy. This is not easy. Okay, there must be somebody who defined an xNFT where I can look it up. You put your GitHub and storage AWS. Look at that, we're getting further. If I remove it, it tells me it expects a string. It got undefined for contact repository. Okay, so contact repository. Then it still doesn't like the storage. I'm going to remove that again. Ooh. Now look at that. That is looking better. That looks like it actually started. Wow. Apparently this is everything that I need to put into the zip file. At least that would make sense. Or that's what it's watching, but that's what I need to put there as well. So, gotta get my backpack again and see if my app still works. No. This is a completely different port than what we are listening on. But then assuming that this would work, all we gotta do is go to that folder and then we're gonna grab web assets and the xNFT JSON and we're gonna put that into a zip file and then we're just gonna drop that here. See what happens then. Ui, there is it. But it showed me something and now it's gone. No. This thing is then expecting another type again. Sort error again. We've seen this before. Invalid type, expected string, received object. Here we have the opposite again. Ah! Versions. Contact expected a string and received an object. And here it expected Arweave or AWS or IPFS. So this expect... Okay. Okay. I'm not... All easy. I mean, this doesn't work to start it on the port that I want to start it anyway. So we're going to make a copy of this. For the upload, we're going to do as the type suggests to just put a string here and also storage something. Refresh. Try that. Oh, there we get a green okay. Perfect. Don't need you anymore. Go away. Next. Look at how nice that looks. Publish your code as an executable xNFT. Executable xNFT. Sure. Because the X stands for extinction. That's my Solandy distribution. This is how it looks like. NFTs, it's an app. There's no vault. Infinite supply and it's free. I guess I just upload and mint. This is now minting the actual xNFT that represents the application. And it costs me 0.01. I can afford that, hopefully. Revalidating. Publish complete. So, this is looking good, but does it actually work? I mean, I put some pictures somewhere. So far. This is the authority. This is the mint. So let's check the wallet, because there should be a mint that represents the actual application that I own now. I now have an NFT. Look, that's the actual xNFT, and I can open the xNFT. I mean, it shows that I could open it. Maybe it's broken, who knows. But since it's an application, let's see what happens if I click download for free, because then I would install the application in my backpack. The installing would cost another 0.02, which is similar to a token account, but not really. It's just this installation thingy that we saw last time as well when you played around with xNFTs. Solandy distribution installed. Okay. Which means we should now have that in our backpack. Come on, backpack. I need you. Yes. I'll pop it out. There it is. The Solandy distribution. Fits well there with the rainbow colors. It's top-notch branding. Definitely would recommend hiring me as a designer. Absolutely not. But anyway, can I like click on that and start it? Is that just my computer being like so overwhelmed, or is that just because it doesn't work? Let's see if I can start something else. That works. So clicking here just doesn't do anything. If I click here, opening an xNFT that is not whitelisted. Aha. Okay, so apparently I cannot start an xNFT inside Backpack that is not whitelisted. And to whitelist it, well, that's a manual process. That is, I need to go to the Backpack guys and beg them to whitelist my xNFT. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go to Discord and be like, where is it? App Store submission. Whitelist this one, please. And we'll just see what they respond. I'll probably need to explain to them what it actually does. And I don't even know if it works on there. That's the thing, I can't test it. Somehow it is possible to change stuff. We'll figure it out eventually when we figure out that something is not working. For now, we gotta just wait for them to come back to me. But we did publish it. It's just not whitelisted, so we can't use it. We published it, great, but that's it. We will see. I'll get back to you once the xNFT guys, the Backpack guys, the Coral guys get back to me. Okay. There are 2 downloads? Somebody else has downloaded this. Less than 2 hours after I requested it, Mad Monkey asked me on Twitter if that's my app, and he said he's gonna whitelist it. I was out, so I couldn't check, but now I'm back. And we're gonna see if my application actually got whitelisted. How do we see that? Well, if it was whitelisted, I could execute it in Backpack, right here. Thank you, Backpack, for opening. G for good game. If this was whitelisted, I could just start it. It does something! It does something! Now, I also learned that there are essentially... It just works? That's it? Well, I thought I would need to spend the next 3 hours on getting this to work, but it just seems like that's just running. I mean, I'm a bit impressed, must admit. So I learned that there are 3 ways how you can do this. First, how I did it, is have a relative path here in the manifest, and then put that path into the archive that you upload, into the zip file. The other way is that you could just host your web app on somewhere like Versoin, which is what I attempted to do earlier today. And then I could just put the entire path there. That would also work. Yeah, that's what he told me. Host remotely and set the default entry point to the URL of the remote web app, or include the code and let their API orchestrate the deployment to the chosen storage solution. And I chose IPFS, so they're hosting it there, I assume. But hey, cool. Let's see if the mint would also work from here. Probably, because it's not gonna be much different. Approve. Got a signature. We are minting into our C tree, the more composable tree that we know from the last video, because I now mint all of my NFTs into this one. So yeah, that has worked. Pretty cool. And what actually is the coolest thing about this is that the way I designed this application is that I don't need to change the Backpack app to mint another NFT. Like, this is the most recent one, the one for June. But I can just put in another one. Let's allow for minting another one. And for that, I would go to my Solandy cNFT minting service. And all I need to do is add another one. I could say like Backpack only. I add the tiger cat with a new JSON and a new image. I could cover the fees. I'll cover the fees for you. Why not? You can mint it completely free. And I just set current to true and take the current to false here, and then it will use this one. And the image I just need to put here because then it's quicker to serve that. Then I, of course, need to upload that to Shadow Drive as well. I let Midjourney create a bunch of pictures. And this one is also a really good one. A cat that wants to be a tiger. I mean, isn't that an amazing pic? I love how that looks. Feeling powerful. Save that. And then we're gonna upload file. Cool, that's done. Then I just need to push this. I like how I set it up like that I can just add this entry here and suddenly everybody can mint it. Check this out. Because without changing anything in our Backpack application, in our xNFT, just by deploying a new version here, Tiger Cat is ready. If I load this again, loading. Now I have my tiger cat. And I can mint that as well. And check this out. This one is gonna be completely free for me. I don't even have to pay anything. Backpack doesn't really display that, but this should be completely free for me now. So if you want to see NFT of this beautiful, wonderful tiger cat, which, I mean, okay, my front-end development skills are not the best, I admit. Okay, you get the idea. Go to Backpack, download the Solandy distribution, and you can mint it. Look at the transaction. Oh, I actually had to pay. Oh no, that's not me. That's the fee payer. I'm this. The fee payer is actually my minting wallet. So the authority. He is paying for this transaction, so I don't have to. Pretty cool. Pretty goddamn cool. And that just works. I mean, that was almost too easy. I mean, I could, of course, add stuff like you can mint several, like click to the next one and then you can mint it and whatever. But no, I want it like this. There's only one that is currently available. And right now it's the Tiger Cat. If you want the Tiger Cat, go to Backpack. This one is going to be distributed through Backpack. I mean, it's so cute. Look at it. It's a Tiger Cat. Oh, I like this image. This is my favorite image that I created with Midjourney. It turned out really well. And the license says I'm allowed to distribute them. They are not tradable yet, by the way, this collection. My YouTube clips are. Eventually the other one will be as well, but for now, I'm okay just having one collection. Why are people buying that? I don't get it. What? Why are there 19 bits on 001? Okay, I need to step away from this and just not interact. I don't get it, but hey, good for us, good for you. You know how to get those for free. For free. I'm even paying for the transaction costs. I made them completely free. You want a completely free one? Here's a completely free one. Take it. And then you could sell it for 0.01. People are giving you free money, and I'm not gonna stop them from it. I mean, I want my audience to, have something from watching my videos. There you are. You're welcome. Other people are paying for you to watch this. Well, to get that thing. Whatever. I'm not getting... I said I would not get involved in this. I'm just not getting involved in this. Just not. Look at that. Floor is still 009. Do you see how I'm not getting involved in this? I'm not getting involved in this. And I'm just saying, the other collection is gonna get listed eventually as well. I would just need to speak to the Tensor guys. But for now, we'll keep it shh. You can mint this one exclusively in Backpack by downloading my app, just to test it out. Maybe it's worth something eventually. Who knows? I like it. I mean, it's a great picture. But I'm not promoting my stuff that I'm giving you for free. So, yeah. Just saying. Stop it, Andy. Stop it. Where was I? Right. So the cool thing is I don't need to update my xNFT since it's working. But what if there was a bug, or what if I want to change something? How do I do that? Well, I just go to xnft.gg/me. Then I connect my wallet again, and then I see my xNFTs. Here I can open or uninstall them. So that's the ones that I have downloaded. And here are the ones that I have published. So I could suspend it, which probably means just throwing it out so that nobody can install it anymore. Secret? Let's see, what happens if I do that? Generate secret. I don't know what that means. So for now we ignore it. But the edit button, that's the important one. If we go there, here we could just upload a new manifest such that it updates the pictures and all of the stuff, right? So essentially renew what we had, just create another zip file with all the data. And I think that's a good point to repeat one more time. How do you publish an xNFT? The quick version. First, you gotta build yourself an actual xNFT, like the actual application and stuff. Then you're gonna get yourself a manifest that looks like this, with all of those things. The most important parts being the address to the web entry point, so where it is hosted. You can either just upload the build like this, or you host it somewhere externally and put the link here. Then you put this file plus all the additional resources like images and screenshots and stuff into a zip archive. You go to xnft.gg, you connect, you go to publish, and you drop your manifest in here, drop it like it's hot, and then you click next, and then you can review this, and then you can essentially upload and mint, approve the transaction, and you're done. And this will probably not succeed because I already created this one. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe I don't have enough funds anymore. who knows? Anyway, I'm not gonna do this again. Yep, the video could have been so short and so easy. I like that the monkey next to the cat looks good. But yeah, I think we've figured it all out now. Like, we now know how to publish an xNFT. I mean, yes, then there is the whitelist phase, but they didn't do any checks on me. Maybe because I'm like a known person in the space and they trust me, but I don't think so. I think anybody can get whitelisted. You just need to bother them. Hey, can you whitelist me? And they'll whitelist you. All they did was ask me, did you really publish this or is somebody impersonating you? That's all the questions I got asked. And I was like, yeah, it's really me. And then they were fine and they whitelisted it, which, you know, I mean, I can have you sign anything in this transaction now, right? It's literally Solana Pay, and on my backend, I can change what the transaction signs. But for now, it just gives you a free NFT. Go there, hit that mint button and get yourself the tiger cat. I like the tiger cat. All right. I hope that you learned something today. How to get out of my face. How to publish your xNFT as an application in the Backpack wallet. There's also the possibility to make your NFT collections individual xNFTs, you know, like the Mad Lads are. We did not have a look at that today. And for me to have a look at that, I need a collection. So I will wait until they support cNFTs, because if we can make cNFTs xNFTs, that would be amazing. And until then, you can go watch those videos and I shall see you in the next one. Like and subscribe and all the good stuff. Oh yeah, and of course, mint yourself the tiger cat in Backpack. Mint. So cool. I love it. Bye bye.